Welcome to Vapefog Reviews and Tutorials. Today we're going to talk about steeping e-juice. For those of you that are new to vaping, may or may not have heard about steeping e-juice. What is it? What does it do? How do you do it? Questions like that. I've been vaping now for going on 5 months. I started back in April, so from my experience, I've tried a lot of different things. I've researched a bunch of different stuff on the internet, and by and large, steeping, you don't have to do all the things that you hear on the internet, such as taking the caps off for an hour. I've heard some people say take it off for 24 hours. I see steep it for 2 or 3 weeks, or steep it for a couple of months, or I mean, there's just so many various ways that people do it. They put it in a microwave and all kinds of different stuff. So I'm going to talk to you guys about that and give you a little bit of insight. This is from reddit.com, and it's a DIY e-juice section, okay? And this is various people commenting. So right here goes a guy in this particular section here, if you can see that. It says, I work for a large e-liquid company, and we have 2 master chemists that say there is no way to speed up the steeping process. Heat will probably end up shortening the lifespan of your juice once it does actually steep. Vigorous shaking and with sonic devices or other setups don't work either, besides blending the ingredients fairly well. Leaving the cap off won't hurt or help. Time is what you need. Time and patience. Just my 2 cents. Okay? So, there's somebody that works for an e-juice company, and they have a couple of master chemists, and they're saying that none of that stuff even makes a difference. So, really it's a matter of preference, how you handle your e-juice. Some people say to put it in the refrigerator. Some people say never put it in the refrigerator. But I look at it like this. E-juice is a food-grade product. So all of my e-juice, except for what I'm vaping, all of my ingredients for my DIY kits, flavorings, nicotine, VG, PG, all of that stuff stays in my refrigerator all times unless I'm making e-liquid. Now that's just me. That, you can do however you want. But personally, that's the way I like to do it, because I feel that a food product is going to stay fresher if it stays at a cooler temperature. Okay, so here we have 3 e-juices, okay? 2 of these are the same, and 1 obviously is completely different. So the one in the middle right here, this is a vanilla that started out pretty much clear. And this has been steeping for probably, I don't know, 2 weeks or so. You see that there? See that color? Alright, and I didn't do anything to this except make it. Then I took the bottle, I shook it up like this, and then I just set it down. And that's it. And as you can see, I've been vaping out of it too the entire time, dripping it on an RDA. Now, I'll set that off to the side, and then right here, these 2 juices are the same. This is a strawberry mix. This is the Flavor Apprentice. Okay, so this one right here has been steeping for probably somewhere close to a week. And you can see that it's turned like a dark yellow color, a lemony color. Okay, a yellow. And then this one here is clear. It was just made today. Okay, and same thing with these. I just shook them up. Shake them up well for a minute or 2. Get the ingredients nice and mixed. And when you shake it up, I'll do this one real quick. You can see that there. You get a bunch of little bubbles and it looks a little cloudy. That's letting you know that it's mixed pretty well. So you do that for about a minute or so. And then you just either vape it right now or just set it off to the side. And eventually it'll change colors for you. A lot of people would say, well, nah, man, you got to take it off and pull the cap off like this right here. And take it and set it in a dark place like a closet and leave it that way like overnight, and then come back in and put your cap back on, and then go ahead and set it back into the closet and leave it sit there for a week or 2. You know, if that's your preference, then more power to you, but I don't have time for all that kind of stuff. And quite frankly, it doesn't make any difference in your juice. So, for those of you out there that are just starting out and you're wanting to make DIY, you want to do it yourself, e-juice, just get your kit, get your flavorings and your PG and VG, and a good place to start is a 50-50 mix, and your flavorings, say the Flavor Apprentice ripe strawberry, okay, they're good between 15 to 20%. Currently, this mix I made right here is TFA watermelon and strawberry, ripe strawberry, and it's actually a 20% strawberry and 5% watermelon, and it tastes fantastic right out of the bottle. I also added, for every 5 milliliters, I add a drop of sweetener, and you can pick that up from the Flavor Apprentice or Mountain Baker Vapor, pretty much any place that sells DIY supplies. So I just want to let you guys know about that, man. You're going to see a lot of different methods on the internet. All of those things, you can do whatever you want to with your juices, but quite honestly, all of that extra work doesn't do any good as far as I'm concerned. Now, maybe it does work for some other people, but I personally tried some of those methods and it didn't make any difference. I make my juices, I set them off to the side, and that's it. You know, and I vape on them every day. Now, if I make up 2 or 3 juices, you know, small 5 ml bottles like these, you know, I might have a couple of them that sit off for a little while I'm vaping on one. So every day that passes, you know what I'm saying, they steep. But I've found, quite frankly, when it comes to fruit flavors like strawberries and stuff like that, the longer it steeps, it doesn't really change the flavor of the juice. What it really works on is stuff like vanilla, you know, the heavier, more intense flavors. It really makes a difference on that. And quite frankly, I like French vanilla or a vanilla cupcake or something like that, fresh out of the bottle, and to be vaped, if I make a bottle like this, within about 2 or 3 days. Something like this right here is extremely strong. The longer that you leave juice sit around, especially when it comes to vanilla, it gets stronger and the flavor gets more intense. So that's just a little FYI. So there you have it. I mean, you can look around and all that, but this is my 2 cents on steeping e-juice. Doing all the extra stuff, in my personal opinion, is a waste of time. Just mix your juice, shake it well, set it off to the side, call it a day. So, thanks for watching. Take care.